Hello, Daily Unlimited viewers. I'm going to share myself and my wife's experience traveling from UK to Chennai through Vande Bharat Mission during this lockdown period. Actually, we were supposed to leave by the end of May, but due to this, flight cancellation, we were not able to fly. So, just the second week of July, we were able to book a Air India flight through Vande Bharat mission. And actually, we were keep looking in the Air India app, and it showed all the flight tickets were sold out. But through one of our friends, suddenly we came to know that the portal was open, and immediately we were able to book the ticket, which actually cost us three times more than the regular price. And within a few hours, again it showed that the whole flight was sold out. We were very much tensed, you know, since there were a lot of rules and regulations and everything that we had to follow. But overall, our experience was, you know, all right. So I'll take you through our experience. Okay, right now we are leaving UK, and we are heading to Heathrow Airport. And from Heathrow we'll be there. Actually, it's Heathrow to Chennai flight, but we will be but it goes to Bombay, then Mumbai, then comes to Chennai. So we are right now we are going to Terminal 2 to Heathrow Airport. Okay, after buying the flight ticket before 48 hours uh, before the actual timing of our flight, we did online check-in, so it made it a little easy. We knew that what seat number we are getting. Okay, we just reached the Heathrow Airport, and we are getting our luggages. And two per passenger, 23 two suitcases were allowed, and one luggage which is 8 kg. So that was pretty quiet, and here we are entering the Terminal 2, and you can see there's a lot of people already. They were waiting, and there was not much social distancing in the airport. And there's a whole group of Chinese as well as Indians were there. There were Chinese flights as well as Air India flight was there, so there was little confusion. And one of the Air India officials told that we had to go to the ground floor, so we are heading to ground floor right now. This is our experience. So flight, there's a lot of difference between each flights. And you know the people who had traveled before us, they shared few different things which we were expecting, but ours was a little different. So the first, as soon as we went to that ground floor, there was a big queue for the Air India flight, which took us almost an hour. The regular time is, they say that we had to reach airport 3 hours before the takeoff, but we went 4 hours before the flight, so that we'll be a little ease and relaxed. Now we are going to the ground floor, and my son-in-law was helping us, you know, to push the cart, so that made it little easy. Here you see that a big queue. Okay, now we were given a form which says that we agree to the 14-day quarantine, and we are accepting. We'll be paying for the 14-day, quarantine also. So that's a declaration form which we are signing and giving. And as soon as we, you know, get that form, we are ready to check in. And you can see that we can take two suitcases, which is 23 kg each, and a small luggage which is 8 kg, where we can take that inside the flight. And if it is 1 or 2 kg over, they were not that much concerned. But again, I can say, it differs from people to people, so we didn't have any issues regarding that. And in the airport, everyone has to wear mask and gloves. That is a protocol, that's compulsory, that makes everyone safe. And one more thing, I like to add is, when you're purchasing the ticket, if you are paying it through somebody else, like your relatives card, it's better that you get a copy of that card with the signature that they are approving to use that card. Even though they didn't ask us, but for some of the people they did ask, so it's better to take a Xerox copy of that. And here you can see the social distancing. There's one seat vacant, and the one will be says do not use the seat, so this makes it safe for everyone. And the security check, they made us remove the belt and shoes, and they were double checking that we don't carry any kind of liquid, including water. But of course, you can carry some food, because we have a long waiting period, so we can carry some sandwiches or homemade food according to your preferences. So we took some sandwiches and chapatis and things like that. And now it's right before boarding the flight. There's a health check. They took a temperature. This is right before right before we enter the flight. And if you are in the middle seat, you have to wear a Ppe suit, which will be provided by the airlines. So since I was taking the middle seat, I got one, and it is it was okay. But make sure you have to mention in that counter that you're going to be in the middle seat. Otherwise, they may not give this suit. And then once you enter the flight, it is mandatory that you have to wear the suit. So it's better that before they enter the flight, you wear this one and be ready to board the flight. It is more like a gown, which has a long zipper in the front, and also it had a hood, and they give you a cover for your shoes. Actually, this health check, it took another 45 minutes Fortunately, unfortunately, our flight was about to take off, scheduled to take off 8:10, but due to some delays, it took off only at 10:30. So there was a solid 8:15, 9, 10, almost 2 hours delay. And here you can see me. And now they gave, just before while we are boarding the flight, they gave one more form, and which we filled when we during our flight time, we fill that form. This we have to hand it over when we get down in Chennai. Now there was a packed food which was placed in everybody's seat along with the visor. It had 2 bottles of water, some apple juice, and sandwiches and mask. We had a few pairs of gloves with us. Since there was no flight attendants, so everything we have to do on our own, including keeping the luggages above the rack and closing everything. We have to do everything. Here you see myself and my wife sitting, and we have to wear the mask as well as the visor and the gloves, and there was no entertainment also.
Social distancing in mind, you're required to occupy your allocated seat and wear your protective mask and gloves throughout the flight. Please note, pillows, blankets, newspapers and the in-flight entertainment will not be available. When you wish to use the washroom, please do not crowd the washroom or galley area. Only one passenger at a time is permitted to wait outside the washroom. Hand sanitizers are placed in the lavatory for your use. Please restrict your movement in the cabin at all times.
And this is the food we received: some crackers, one apple, and a cheese sandwich, and then you see an apple juice. Almost same like this, we received 2 boxes. This is one box, and similar to this one, there's one more box. And here you can see one samosa. I wouldn't say it's good. The sandwich was very dry, and but everyone was moved to reach home, so nobody was worried about the food. So something to keep us alive. And we landed in Mumbai. We didn't have to get down from the flight. Only 3 or 4 passengers got down in Mumbai. The rest of them are Chennai. So they sent a team which will do the cleaning and sanitizing and everything. All our luggages were again checked, so you can see the person collecting all the trash, the food waste and everything. So it took around 2 hours. So they did a complete cleaning, and they cleaned the toilets and sanitized. They sprayed some sanitizing thing. Here you can see the cleaning crew coming inside the flight. They did recheck our boarding pass and also our personal belongings. They made sure that each luggage belongs to who. And you can see we are taking off Mumbai on the way to Chennai. So in one stretch, in the same flight, we are going to Chennai. It took around 1.5 hours to reach Chennai. The flight was quite full. None of the seats were empty. All the seats were occupied. Okay, now we landed in Chennai, and as soon as we landed in Chennai, as soon as we got out from the flight, there was a big, there was a big line, a big queue, and it took us almost 45 minutes. You know, we didn't know for what we were standing first, but actually it was for the immigration check, as well as the form they gave us when we boarded the flight. We had to hand over that form to the immigration officer. And here in Chennai, when we are standing in the queue, there was no social distancing. But when it came to the immigration officers, there were some airport staffs. They were regulating the people. After we finished the immigration check, we straight went to collect our luggage, and after collecting the luggage, you know, we came outside the airport. This is outside the airport, and we are standing in the line for again a health check, which they will do COVID test, and also they were offered three, quarantine facilities. One is the government facility, which is free. The second one is a 3-star hotel, and the third one is a 5-star hotel. I didn't see anybody offering for government facilities. Most of them went for 5-star hotels. And after we finished the COVID test, we had to stand again in the line. This is hot sun outside the airport with all our luggages. We had to stand in a queue to get inside the government bus to go to quarantine facility. And that's they provided us a lunch bag where we can go. When we reach our hotel, we can have our lunch. And this waiting period took around 20 minutes. The worst part is you have to load the luggage on your own. That is the difficult part, because there were big steps for the bus. So we had to carry the luggage on our own and load the luggage, as well as when we reach the hotel, we have to unload the luggage on our own. There was no help. So it was very difficult for ladies and old people, because none of them will touch your luggage by any means. So you are on your own. And here you can see all the luggage fully packed inside the government bus. And now we are heading to, we were offered ITC Grand Chola, Gindi. And this hotel is quite close to the airport, not that far. So within 15 minutes, 20 minutes, we have reached the hotel. And we were lucky there was only a partial lockdown. So you can see the cars, bikes, and cabs moving around. And right now you can see we are just entering the Grand Chola, and there was a police officer who was escorting us to make sure that none of us get down on the way. They had a count how many passengers, and all the details, everything was taken. When we reach Grand Chola, again we have to unload the luggages on our own. We entered the hotel lobby, did some again filled a form, and they allotted us rooms. If it is a couple, they will give a double bed, which cost us 3,500 per day, with 3 meals: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if you are a single, it is 2,500 with 3 meals. And here we are allotted our room, and we are ready to enter the room. And this also, we have to take our own luggage to our room, so that was also very difficult. So if we are having lot of luggages. You had to really, struggle. And we entered the room, and it was a great success. And this is the meal which was served. It's a basic, food. They give rice as well as chapati. It was okay. I wouldn't say it's good. It's something to survive. It was not that good, but our priority was not the food. Somehow we all want to reach home safe.
Grand Chola Hotel, and here in our room we have a private bar, and it's like a shelf, and once you open it, oh, you can see you have a safe here where you can keep your things, and then you have here the glasses, the coffee maker, and you can see here cups and all which is necessary. You have here the English breakfast tree. You have here the Assam tea. You have here the English breakfast tree again, and you have the sugar, and you have here Nescafe and cream. You can see the cream here. Okay, that's the cream. You have the hot kettle. You have a fridge. Of course, there's nothing in the fridge, but you can keep your things here. So this is the private bar, and you will be charged for everything.
Here you can see through the window that some pigeons outside. You can see the neighbors, some buildings. You can see neighbors having a swimming pool.
They have a tab and phone facility, everything. Nice, comfortable chairs. Bedroom come bathroom. We can see the bathroom. It's very nice. Nice. We have a bathtub also. Western toilet. All clean. And the next one is the shower unit. I'll on the light so that you can see. Hot and cold shower. It's where people who want to take bath can take bath here. It's also clean. Everything is clean here. We have just unpacked all our bags, and we have the facility to keep everything inside too. We have kept the ironing board is there, ironing box is there, everything is there, extra pillows. Also we have the weighing machine here.
And here you see this morning there's an eagle sitting right outside the window. As I said, it's a smart room, so through the tab you can see what is going on outside our room in our corridor. And this is our lunch: sambar rice and some veg and one sweet, something to get by. Everything was veg. Along with the rice, for lunch and dinner they provided 2 chapati. Okay, on the 5th day, we were asked to go down to the lobby to take a COVID test. This is our second test. The first one was taken in the airport, which we got the result uh, within 2 days. And thank God that our results were negative. And this is the second test. We are going to go to the lobby. And a team of corporation staff, Chennai corporation staff came to the lobby to do this COVID test. So the hotel staff sent two customers at a time to do the test. And here you see a nasal as well as a throat test, nasal and throat swab. We had to fill a form with all the details, including our passport and everything. And this test also, they said within 2 days we'll get the results. So only after getting the results we'll be able to go home. And actually it looks quite easy, but it is not. Both myself and my wife were very sensitive to this test. The staff was quite understanding. You can see me a little nervous. I'm too sensitive to this. And in our flight, even the small children had to do the quarantine with the family. I was told that few other flights, children who are under 5 or 10, they were doing home quarantine. So it differs from flight to flight or state to state. And here we are done with the second COVID test. One more job got over, little bit relieved. And here you see we're heading back to our room. And we got the results on the 6th night itself. And thank God that both our results were negative. So on 7th day afternoon we checked out and we were ready to go home. Some of the people were telling that when we checked into the hotel that we had to, that our passports will be collected and so on, but for us they didn't. All they did is take a photocopy of any government ID, photo ID card, paid all our bills, and ready to go home, sweet home. When we had to go, we had to take all our luggage on our own. Okay, now we are heading to the lobby, and thank God it was unlock 2.0 in Chennai, so all the cabs were available. We were waiting in the lobby for the cab to arrive. So through Uber or Ola app, you can book this cab, or even the front desk people help us to do the booking. And here we are through with the 7 days of quarantine and ready to go home. I hope it helps anybody who is in UK who are planning to return to Chennai with the informations and with the things which you have seen in this video. And if you like this video, please press the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thank you for watching. God bless. Have a great day.